Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I have taken a very important topic of least common multiple from your own maths book. We will break the LCM down step by step, starting with what is LCM and why it's useful and how you can easily find it, whether you are working through word problems comparing fractions or just tracking general mathematics practice. Knowing how to calculate the LCM will make things a lot easier. By the end of this video, you will have a solid grasp on how to find LCM using a few different methods. So grab your notebook and let's get into it. So now let's start with what is LCM. LCM of two or more numbers is the least or smallest number which is divisible by all the given numbers. And LCM is the product of non-common factors into product of common factors. We can simply say that the product of common factors means HCF. So LCM is equal to HCF into non-common factors. A complete video on HCF or highest common factor is available on Maths Guide. Link is provided in description. To understand these two definitions, we have to solve some problems. Just like HCF, there are also two methods of finding LCM. First is prime factorization method and the second is division method. To understand the definitions of LCM, we have to solve some questions. So let's start exercise 1.4 question number 1. We have to find LCM of 25, 35 and 45. As you all know, LCM is the product of common factors into product of non-common factors. So let's find out first the common factors of these three numbers. We have factorized the number 25, 35 and 45 and we got the prime factors of 25, 5 into 5, prime factorization of 35 is 5 into 7 and prime factorization of 45 is 5 into 3 into 3. To understand how to factorize any number, go to the video prime factorization on the Maths Guide. Then we will find the common prime factors, that is HCF. So the HCF of these three numbers is 5. We will multiply the HCF by the non-common factors that are 3 into 3 into 5 into 7. So when we find the product of all these numbers, means we have to find the product of common factors into non-common factors. We will find the LCM 1575. This is exercise 1.4 question number 1 part 6. I have solved only two parts from this question and I hope that you must be able to solve the rest of the questions by yourself. So the question is find the LCM of 150, 250 and 350 through prime factorization method. First step is to find prime factors of each number. So prime factors of 150 are 2, 3 and 5. Prime factors of 250 are 2, 5, 5, 5 and prime factors of 350 are 2, 5, 5, 7. Second step is to note down all the prime factors of these numbers like this. Third step is to find common prime factors. First common prime factors is 2. Yes. And second common prime factor is 5. 2 and 5 are common prime factors of these three numbers. But there are some other common factors also, just like 5 and these 5. As you all know, HCF is the product of common prime factors. There are only two common prime factors, 2 and 5. These 5 and this 5 are other common prime factors but not included to find HCF. As you know, LCM is a product of common prime factors and non-common prime factors. So let's find the product of these numbers. 2 into 5 is HCF into other common prime factors into non-common prime factors. So our answer will be 5250. To find the product of these numbers, you must have a solid command on multiplication. This is exercise 1.4 question number 2 where we have to find out the LCM of numbers through division method. This is a very easy and a short method as compared to prime factorization method. We have a question to find the LCM of 728 and 98. Our first step is to write out these numbers for which you want to find the LCM in a row. As you all know, LCM is a product of common factors into product of non-common factors. So we can find the common factors of these three numbers. These three numbers 7, 28 and 98 can be divided by 7. It means 7 is the common factor of 7, 28 and 98. When we will divide these numbers by 7, we get 4 and 14. Now we have to find out the next prime number which can divide 4 and 14. So the next prime number is 2. And we get 2 and 7. These 7 and 2 are the common prime factors because they have divided all the numbers at once. And 2 and 7 are non-common prime factors because they cannot divide both numbers exactly. So we will divide them separately. And we get the prime factors 2 into 2 into 7 into 7. And the product of these numbers is LCM. So the LCM of 7, 28 and 98 is 196. The least common multiple has several practical applications in real-life situations and in various fields of mathematics. Here are some key applications of LCM like solving problems involving fractions, scheduling events, time management, find the duration of repeated cycles, mixing ingredients and cooking, work and time problems. So let's have a look on one of the problems. This is question number 3, exercise 1.4. A frog and a grasshopper start jumping together and jump along the same path. The frog always jumps 25 centimeter and grasshopper always jumps 15 centimeter. At what distance they will meet again? It is very important to understand this question that a grasshopper and a frog are standing on the racing track. When they start the race, the frog takes his first jump 25 centimeter long and grasshopper takes his first jump 15 centimeter. When they started the race, the time will come where both are at the equal distance. Obviously, the speed of grasshopper is more than the frog. That's why they have met again at the same distance. So here we have to find out that smallest distance where they met again. For these kinds of questions, we have to find LCM. So we have two numbers, 15 and 25. Finding their LCM through division method, as it is simpler than the prime factorization method, we get 75 centimeters. It means that after covering the distance of 75 centimeter, they will be together on the track. This question is very similar to the previous question. This is exercise 1.4, question number 4. A university bus arrives at UAT in every 280 seconds and an orange train arrives in every 360 seconds. How often both arrives at the same time? Obviously, the speed of the train is more than the bus, but they take stop on different stations. So a time comes when both are at the same place. We have to find out that minimum time when they both are together. So for these questions we have to find out the minimum time. So LCM is very helpful. Taking LCM we get the 2520 seconds. This can be your answer, but if you want to convert it into minutes, we have to divide 2520 by 60 and we get 42 minutes. At 42 minutes, they will be together. The next question is question number 6. The traffic lights changes after every 30, 60, 90 and 120 seconds. If they change simultaneously at 9 am, after what time will they change again simultaneously? Here the word simultaneously means at the same time. First light is blinking after every 30 seconds, second light is blinking after every 60 seconds, third light is blinking after every 90 seconds, and the fourth light is blinking after every 120 seconds. But a time comes when all these four lights blink at the same time. That means simultaneously, and that time is 9 a.m. We have to find out the next minimum time when these all four lights will again blink simultaneously. For this purpose, we will take help from L.C.M. And L.C.M. says that the next time will be after 360 seconds. If we convert these seconds into minutes, we have to divide them by 60 and we get 6 minutes. So the traffic lights will again blink at 9:06 a.m. I hope you have understood the concept of L.C.M. through prime factorization method and division method. As you all know, practice makes a man perfect, so I suggest you to do some practice of these questions to have a complete command on L.C.M. So let's try this now. First question is L.C.M. is the dash numbers that is divisible by all given numbers. So we can say L.C.M. is the smallest number or minimum number or least number, whatever word you can use. Dash is the product of common factors into product of non-common factors, that is L.C.M. LCM of prime numbers is always the product of these numbers. I told you in the HCF that HCF of prime numbers is always 1. But LCM of prime numbers is always the product of these numbers. For example, we have to find the LCM of two prime numbers that are 3 and 7. So their HCF will be 1, but their LCM will be 21. 3 into 7 is 21. Part 4 is to find the smallest number which is divisible by 21, 56 and 63. We will find their LCM. Now find the LCM of 21, 56 and 63 and write it down in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, kindly subscribe and click on the bell icon for timely notification. Thank you for your cooperation.